In the arid deserts of the American Southwest, nestled among the mesas and cliffs of northeastern Arizona, reside the Hopi people, an ancient Native American tribe regarded as one of the oldest living cultures in North America. With roots stretching back thousands of years, the Hopi have preserved their traditions, ceremonies, and teachings through oral histories passed down from generation to generation. Among the most compelling and enigmatic aspects of Hopi tradition are the Hopi Prophecies, mystical warnings and teachings that speak of great upheavals, spiritual awakenings, and the destiny of humanity and the earth. These prophecies are not merely folklore. They are deeply woven into the Hopi worldview, reflecting a spiritual understanding of humanity's relationship with the natural world and the cosmos. The Hopi prophecies gained broader public attention in the 20th century, especially after World War II, when Hopi elders began sharing their teachings with outsiders. They believed that the world was on the brink of catastrophic change, and that the time had come to reveal what had been held secret for generations. Among the most well-known elders was Thomas Banyatya, who was chosen by Hopi spiritual leaders in 1948 to be one of 4 messengers to share the Hopi prophecies with the outside world. His words, and those of other Hopi elders, opened a window into a worldview profoundly different from the materialistic and technological paradigm of modern civilization, a worldview centered on balance, harmony, and spiritual alignment. At the heart of the Hopi prophecies is the idea that humanity has passed through several ages or worlds, each of which ended in destruction due to human corruption and disobedience to the spiritual laws of the Creator. According to Hopi teachings, we are currently living in the 4th world, and unless we change our ways, we are on the verge of transitioning into the 5th world through a process that could involve great suffering, environmental collapse, and widespread loss of life. These prophecies are not meant to instill fear, but to serve as a wake-up call, a final warning to humanity to return to a path of spiritual integrity and respect for the earth. One of the central themes in the Hopi prophecies is the sacredness of the earth and the necessity of living in harmony with nature. The Hopi see the earth not as a resource to be exploited, but as a living being, Mother Earth, who provides everything necessary for life. Disrespecting her through pollution, deforestation, mining, and war brings about imbalance that ultimately leads to destruction. The Hopi warn that if humanity continues to harm the planet and pursue material wealth over spiritual wisdom, natural disasters, climate extremes, and societal collapse will increase in severity. In this way, the prophecies echo a message found in many indigenous traditions, that human well-being is inextricably linked to the health of the earth. Another important component of the Hopi prophecies is the concept of Purification Day, a time of great testing and cleansing that precedes the birth of the 5th world. According to the Hopi, this day will involve catastrophic events, both natural and human-made, including massive floods, earthquakes, firestorms, and the possible return of past diseases. This time of purification is seen as inevitable if humanity does not change course. However, it is also viewed as a necessary process, like a forest fire clearing away dead wood to allow for new growth. Those who have remained spiritually strong and respectful of sacred laws will survive and help rebuild a new world based on peace and balance. The Hopi Blue Star Kachina prophecy is one of the most widely discussed and intriguing elements of their teachings. According to Hopi elders, the appearance of a blue star, also referred to as Sakwa Sohu, in the heavens will be the final sign that the great purification is near. The blue star will be followed by the appearance of the true white brother, a spiritual figure who will return to judge humanity and help guide those who have remained true to sacred principles. There are varying interpretations of this prophecy. Some view the blue star as a comet, supernova, or artificial satellite. Others believe it symbolizes a spiritual or energetic shift that marks the end of the 4th world. Regardless of interpretation, the blue star prophecy represents a tipping point, a cosmic signal that time is running out for those who live in disharmony with natural law. Linked to this is the prophecy of the Gourd of Ashes, which some believe foretold the dropping of the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. According to the prophecy, when the Gourd of Ashes is dropped from the sky, causing the land to boil and living things to die, it will mark the beginning of a period of great turmoil. After witnessing the horror of nuclear warfare, Hopi elders felt compelled to share this prophecy publicly, warning that technological power without spiritual wisdom would lead to the destruction of humanity. The proliferation of nuclear weapons, environmental degradation, and the rise of militarized technology all appear to fulfill parts of this prophecy, further validating the Hopi warnings. Another prophetic symbol used by the Hopi is the Hopi Prophecy Rock, located near Oribe, Arizona. This ancient stone carving depicts two parallel paths. One represents the spiritual path, in harmony with the earth, leading to survival and renewal. The other represents the materialistic path, which leads to destruction. On the rock, the line that represents the material path eventually rises and breaks off into space, symbolizing technological escape or spiritual disconnection, ending in collapse. The line representing the spiritual path continues on the earth, grounded and steady, symbolizing a future for those who maintain balance with the natural and spiritual worlds. This rock serves as both a warning and a guide, offering humanity a clear choice between two very different futures. The Hopi also spoke of cobwebs in the sky, which some interpret as contrails, satellite networks, or modern telecommunications infrastructure. They predicted that spider webs would crisscross the sky, creating a web of energy that, while impressive, could entangle humanity in illusion and disconnection. The spread of digital technology and global networks may seem miraculous, but the Hopi caution that without spiritual grounding, such advances can lead to alienation, misinformation, and loss of connection to sacred rhythms. Interestingly, the Hopi prophecies also acknowledge the emergence of spiritual messengers and unity among people of all races. Hopi tradition speaks of the four colors of mankind: red, white, yellow, and black, each of whom was given sacred knowledge and a role in the preservation of life. The time would come, the prophecy states, when people of all colors would come together, remember their original instructions, and work collectively to restore balance on Earth. This vision is remarkably inclusive and hopeful, suggesting that the fifth world can be a time of unity and healing if people of all nations heed the ancient warnings and choose a better path. Hopi elders have long emphasized that the prophecies are not fixed outcomes, but warnings, calls to change. The future is not written in stone, they insist. Humanity still has the power to choose a different direction. However, the window of opportunity is limited. If the world continues on its current path of greed, warfare, and environmental abuse, the purification will come swiftly and harshly. But if enough people return to spiritual living, respect for nature, and communal harmony, the transition to the fifth world can be gentle and full of promise. This choice is not just collective, but deeply personal. According to Hopi teachings, every individual carries responsibility for the fate of the world. The decisions each person makes, how they treat others, how they treat the earth, what values they live by, shape the energy of the planet. Spiritual practice, gratitude, humility, and service are not optional for the Hopi. They are essential for survival. As one elder put it, "The time will come when you must be your own prophet. You will have to know inside what is true." In recent years, the urgency of the Hopi prophecies has only intensified. Climate change, mass extinction, global pandemics, and social division all appear to align with what Hopi elders foretold. Fires, floods, and famine are no longer distant possibilities. They are present realities. Yet amid the chaos, many people are also awakening to deeper truths. Movements for indigenous rights, environmental justice, spiritual revival, and holistic living are gaining momentum. More people are recognizing that the modern world, for all its achievements, has left something sacred behind, and they are searching for ways to reclaim it. In this context, the Hopi Prophecies offer more than just warnings. They offer a roadmap, a guide back to balance, simplicity, and sacred living. They remind us that the Earth is not a dead rock floating in space, but a conscious being, that progress without spirit is a path to ruin, and that ultimately, the future of the world is not up to governments or corporations, but to ordinary people making courageous choices to live with wisdom and love. As we stand at the crossroads between worlds, the Hopi message is as clear as it is ancient. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Each of us has a role to play in the healing of the planet and the rebirth of a new era. The teachings of the Hopi are not relics of the past. They are living prophecies echoing through time with ever greater clarity. If we choose to listen and act, the fifth world can be a place of peace, respect, and beauty. But if we ignore the warnings, we may not live to see it.